11% of black African American females and 13% of males prefer to buy luxury or designer brands clothes. We spend a lot of money on designer stuff. Look at this. Guilty as charged. I am guilty of this, guys. We spend a lot of money on designer clothes and clothes in general. That's why it's important to learn how to garment decorate. I believe a large portion of the designer issue is because it's like a self-medication thing, because we try to self-medicate ourselves through these material things because of how society has portrayed us to be, and we're not that way. For the record, statistically speaking, if you look at the stats, and we're not the ones causing all the issues and all the major catastrophes that has happened historically. This video is intended to get you guys to think outside the box and understand why you should be looking at statistics, how to kind of begin to use the statistics to find your customer, understand why you're making the things that you're making in the garment decorating industry, who you should be making things for, and who your audience is. Start looking at statistics and start understanding the statistics, and start understanding why you should get in the garment decorating industry and the huge impact it can have on your life financially. And I'm going to be using black African Americans along the whole video because I'm a black African American and I know the impact that it can have on my people as a whole. All right, so it is my belief that you cannot talk, or is unfair to talk about financial freedom without talking about garment decorating, or without talking about the apparel decorating industry. We spend a whole lot of money every single year on buying t-shirts, not just t-shirts, just fashion in general. And our industry plays a huge part, bigger than we give credit for, in traditional clothing brands and companies as they exist today. We can significantly do some damage to that, and we can significantly impact ourselves and stimulate our own personal economy and help close the wealth gap that exists within different ethnicities. That's why I believe that every single household, if you want to become better off financially, if you want to, impact your bottom line, if you want to keep more money in your pocket, I believe that every household should at least have a heat press. Why? I know what this industry did for me, and I know what it can do for other people. I know what all this equipment has done for me, and I know what it can do for other people. That's why I always tell you guys and show you guys, this is what you can get, this is what you can get, this is why you should consider getting it, this is why you should not consider getting it. I show you guys all this stuff. When I started off on this journey of making videos and showing people how to use this equipment, at first I just wanted to help somebody. I just wanted to show, have my cameo, came with no instructions. I just wanted to show you guys how to use it because it lacked instructions, right? But then as the journey started growing, I discovered accidentally that there was a greater purpose. I figured out, I'm a thinker, guys. I like to think about stuff. I like to analyze stuff, and I like to, and when I connect dots, bulbs go out, and I like to help people. Ultimately, everybody needs a sense of purpose in life, and in this industry, whether you guys realize it or not, there's a bigger sense of purpose with influencers and garment decorators in general. Some people don't even know what they're doing, right? I'm fully aware, and I've been fully aware years ago of my intent behind creating this content, and it can get lost inside of the content, but I'm okay with that as long as the content comes across, people ingest it, and people do the action, right? Sometimes you have to, tell somebody what to do and encourage them and encourage them, which therefore makes them do it without them being even conscious of why they're doing it, right? Sometimes you got to play a mind trick to help other people to be better. All right, so let me elaborate on that. How much money do you spend each year buying designer clothes? Or not even designer, just regular clothes in general, right? Answer this for yourselves. Leave it in the comments down below, whatever. How much money less do you think you would spend if you had a piece of garment decorating equipment? Even if you never made a sale. Look, it's my belief that even if you never intend to sell any clothes, right, that you're making, you will still save money over time if you owned a heat press and just bought transfers. You would still save money over time if you bought an embroidery machine, a SC600, and just embroidered your logos on yourself, than if you went shopping, buying stores at, even if you shop at Walmart, Target, or Nike, or wherever else. You'd still save money over time if you were able to buy cheap wholesale t-shirts. And I say cheap because they are cheap, right? You can get a blank t-shirt for between $5 on a high end and $2.50 on a low end, right? You can get a blank, and sometimes even cheaper than that. And you can put something on it, and you take that cheap looking t-shirt and turn it into something that looks like it costs more than what you paid for it. Over time, as you stay out of the stores, that puts more money back in your pocket because you're now making your own things that you wear. And then when you do go to the stores to shop, it's going to be difficult for you to make a purchase because you look at items on the shelves differently. I'm telling you this because this is what I do. In order for me to buy a shirt in the store, it has to be out of this world, something that I can't create on my own. And if you go in the stores and you go out every day with that mindset, you're going to spend less money, which in turn is going to keep more money in your pocket. That's how valuable the stuff is. That's what people don't talk about. That's what I indirectly try to encourage you guys to get all these pieces of equipment. Because what's going to happen is you're going to save money in each category. And when you have a significant amount of equipment, or even like half, if you have a sublimation printer, a small embroidery machine, and a vinyl cutter, you're set for years. Not only can you make money for years to come, but your wardrobe is going to be all stuff that you made. You're going to spend less money. You're going to look unique. You're going to look different, right? You're going to stand out from everybody else because your stuff is just, where did you get that from? Oh, I made it. Rhinestone, same thing. Now, what's going to happen in the long run, and it's already happening, is as more and more people get these equipments, right, the way we shop is going to change. Because when you get involved in these industries, and if you want some change to happen, you're going to start shopping differently. You're going to start shopping with other people that are doing the same thing that you're doing, which is keeping the money inside of our circle, right? And that's a good thing because, we got to keep the economy going, right? And we will, because those designer stores, and there's certain stuff that you want that you can't make, that or whether legalities about it, there's certain stuff that you're going to have to shop for anyway. So the economy is going to be fine. There's certain people that are not involved. All these stores are going to be fine. They're going to be fine. The amount of people that get involved in this industry that patronize each other is minute on a large scale, but it's huge and significant on a small scale to us, right? To us as individuals in it. We can significantly impact each other's lives by patronizing each other, or even just by participating in the garment decorating for ourselves. We can stimulate our own pockets and our own economy, because saving money is just the same, or is related to making money, right? If you're able to save money that you were going to spend, inevitably you're making money. It just takes an investment, a small investment, for you to do that. And most people are not willing to invest in themselves. All right, now, I've been looking at a couple of statistics online trying to find a reputable site, and I believe right now I'm on businessdit.com. I'll put the link of the site that I'm on, because these stats are pretty interesting. Black consumer spending statistics and the major impact on the market in 2023 update, right? And I'm looking this up because I'm black, right? So yeah. Okay, so when you're participating in an industry, you have to do research. Big companies do research and find out who they're selling to, who their buyers are, what demographic. Demographic is a real thing, right? So as small businesses, it would be a disservice if we did not do the same research. It wouldn't make any sense if we did not do the same research. That's why I'm bringing this stuff up. Very, very important to research who you're selling to, to research the buying trends of different ethnicities and things like that, right? And I'm coming to making this video talking to black people, right? People who look like me, African American people, right? We spend a whole lot of money every year. According to Black consumer spending statistics, Black households spend an estimated $835 billion in 2019 and are projected to reach a buying power of $1.8 trillion by 2024. All right, this is in a general sense. It's not just garments. It's just in a general sense. But that's a lot of money. Can you imagine if a fraction of that can stay inside of the community? How much of a major impact that would have? That would be significant. I see a lot of videos and a lot of people talking about reparations and stuff like that. That'd be great. But the fact is, nobody is going to take care of you or take care of us better than we're going to take care of us. It's just a fact. It's just a thing. You know, everybody wants the world to be great. I want the world to be great. I want everybody to have equal rights and equal opportunities. But honestly, it's never going to happen. You know why it's never going to happen? It's never going to happen because, let me let Loveland in real fast. It's never going to happen because a shark is more likely to look out for a shark than he is for a goldfish, if that makes sense. All right? A shark is more likely to look out for a shark than a goldfish. So, regardless, it's just natural, it's just instincts, it's just nature, right? So, like, it is what it is. Black people should be taking care of black people. White people should be taking care of white people, just like animals do. But we all generally love each other in a sense, and we should, you know, because we're conscious, morally aware, thinking individuals. So we should all be looking out for each other, and we all do look out for each other for the most part. But when it comes to the racial wealth gap and things like that, if nothing is being done for a specific group of people by another group of people, then that group of people need to start thinking and doing things for themselves, right? So we got a lot of money in the community and we need to keep that money, or a large portion of that money, in the community, and that will make a significant impact. Thank you so much. And that will make a significant impact in the wealth gap. All right, got some honeydew right here. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comments down below. All comments, all ethnicities welcome, because it's a huge discussion, right? So everybody's involved in this. Everybody's involved in this. Everybody makes money from this. Everybody profits from this. We all profit from each other. We all buy each other's goods and services. Some more so than others, but it is what it is, right? It's a thing. It's a thing. It's not going anywhere. So we should get comfortable with talking about it, and we should be aware of it, and we should, you know, look at it when we're analyzing things about our business, right? On average, black households spend an average of $36,149 each year, which is an impressive number. All right, black households spend an average of $36,149 each year on average. That's a large number because some people only make that in a year. Some families live off of $36,000. On average, black households spend that on average, right? This website has a lot of interesting statistics on it. The typical black household earns a fraction of white households, just 59 cents for every dollar. The gap between black and white annual household incomes is about $29,000 per year. That doesn't seem like a lot of money to me, but for a lot of people it is. The reality is some people, once again, only make $29,000 in a whole year. So if you look at it from that perspective, it is a lot of money. So when we talk about equality, we talk about closing the wealth gap, and we talk about, opportunities, $29,000 could create a whole lot of opportunities for minorities, specifically speaking black people in this instance, right? So do you think that buying a piece of garment decorating equipment can significantly impact your life enough to help your family or your situation close that gap by $29,000? I think definitely. You can make this amount of money in 1 year, each year, and significantly more with any one of these pieces of equipment. Or if not, you can cut it in half, right? And what that's going to do is, by closing the gap, the finances, how much money you have directly impacts your resources that are available to you, right? So, for example, if you have more money in your pocket, you're able to live in a better neighborhood, therefore sending your kids to better schools, therefore eating at better places, better grocery stores in different neighborhoods and things of that nature. It's a whole snowball effect, right? Seeing and being exposed to different things has a subconscious mental effect on you, and it helps you think more clearer and more. People just like to be in nicer places. People like to be in nicer places for a reason, because it helps them feel nice. It puts them at calm, and it lengthens your life expectancy because you don't have to deal with as much stress, right? So this is serious what I'm talking about here, guys. It's significant. It's significant, it's serious, and it's important. And like I said, the conversation about financial literacy has to include the garment decorating industry, because people spend a lot of money on clothes. And if each of us could utilize our equipments and spread the message, we could significantly impact our lives and close this gap, therefore creating more opportunities for each other, and as well as creating more opportunities for ourselves and helping things move the way we'd like to see them move. Ultimately, if the government's not going to do it, then we have to do it ourselves. So whatever it is your industry is in, right? Whatever it is that you do, think about how you can make a difference if that's what you want to do, and start making that difference. And this is years ago what I set out to do on this channel, without saying it, because sometimes when you say things, you can attract negative attention. It all depends on your delivery. I'm not the best at delivering things in a way that's politically correct, because I believe in telling people how it is, the reality, because and a lot of times online and in real life you can't speak freely, you can't say the things that are really on your mind because people will label you in such a way. But I think that I'm starting to be articulate enough to express myself and my point of view without having other ethnic groups feel like I'm attacking them, which I'm definitely not. I'm just stating facts here, guys. This is interesting. Black consumers are more likely than the total population to agree that I am willing to pay extra for a product that is consistent with the image I want to convey by 20%, and say clothes made by fashion designers are more appealing by 22%. All right, so that's very, very significant to our industry, right? We are more likely to pay extra for a product that's consistent with the image that we are trying to convey. So when you think about who you're selling your garments to, take a close look at, because in the African American community, as well as other communities too, obviously, there are groups of people that dress a certain way, right? And people are willing to pay a premium if that specific look resonates with the image that they're trying to convey. So think about that when you guys are making stuff, and depending on what demographic and what group within that demographic you're decorating garments for, think about that. This one says, what African American is most likely to spend the most? The answer is that African Americans are more likely to spend more money on clothing, personal hygiene items, and services than other ethnic groups. The companies that effectively communicate their personalities and uniqueness are the ones that they choose. All right, so African Americans are more likely to spend more money on clothing, personal hygiene items, and services than other ethnic groups. It says it right here in this statistic thing that I looked up here. I don't know how credible this is. I'm going to leave the link in the comments down below so you guys can check it out. But stuff like this we should take a look at when we're trying to get customers and stuff like that. And I believe that sometimes we don't give ourselves in the garment decorating industry as much credit as we deserve, because we play a huge role in the economy. All right. And the things that we do with just a silhouette cameo, with just transfers and a heat press, with just a sublimation printer, with just a small embroidery machine, with a big embroidery machine, can significantly impact on a scale of us together, cumulatively, us together in this industry can significantly impact the economy, and each other, and each other's well-being, and each other's liberation, right? And each other's, like I said, if the government's not going to do it, then we got to do it ourselves. And I'm talking to everybody out here, all right? Because we all look out for each other, right? We all look out for each other. We all try to look out for each other, but it's just human nature to look out for your own kind, unfortunately. But it makes sense. It's like animals do it, and we are mammals, and we follow behind the, it just is what it is, guys. Whether we want to admit it or not, it is what it is. So we have to not only look out for each other, but we also have to look out for ourselves and our people. And garment decorating is a huge part of that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Different conversation, different type of video. Just wanted to, get you guys to think outside the box a little bit. Very, very important stuff when starting your business and growing your business, to look at stuff like this so you can start to put things in perspective of what you're making, why you're making it, and how you can make the most money, as well as if it's important for you to even invest in a piece of equipment. And I think, like I said, every household should at least own a heat press and buy transfers from small businesses. Why not? At least. Let me know your thoughts. Comments down below. Talk to you guys on the next video. Peace.
Turn up that, crank it up. Why listen to the rest when you're rocking with the best, baby?